There have been several films about misfit teams making big comebacks with one, well, I don't know, guy who used to be a part of this sports bit. Like baseball had the Bad News Bears, hockey had the Mighty Ducks. Heck, I'll even count Little Giants for football. But 25 years ago, this film came out and involved basketball. What happens when a big time college basketball coach becomes the coach for his team at his own junior high? Well, guess what? You got this film right here. But is it really that bad after 25 years? Am I going to have to prove to critics that I'm going to give them a slam dunk and give this some good old fashioned Big D justice? Find out in my review of Rebound. Yo, man, this is Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So, greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Doyle, better known to as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a review of the 2005 sports comedy flick Rebound, released by Fox, directed by Steve Carr, starring Martin Lawrence as a disgraced college basketball coach who returns to his old middle school slash junior high to coach the boys' basketball team. The film was released on this day, July 1st, 2005. Unfortunately, though, this bombed at the box office, not doing so hot for Lawrence and what have you, even after he had recently had success with Big Mama's House and a little modest bit with Black Knight, both of which were also from Fox, even though he also recently had a big return to action in Bad Boys 2. Anyway, now there's not much to give on the story, so I'm gonna go ahead and give you 5 seconds to stop this video right now, because this story's not much. So you better stop this right now, because if you've been warned. Alright, you know the rest of the procedure. Just go to the description box below and fast forward to the time below. Alright, let's get into the story. Coach Roy McCormick was once college basketball's top mastermind. His attention begins to turn to what endorsement contracts he could secure instead of actually coaching his team. Roy lets his temper get the best of him in most situations. After causing a mishap with a mascot, the board bans McCormick from collegiate basketball until he can show that he can control his anger. Roy's reputation has doomed him to being unhireable as a long time passes with no job offers. However, he then gets one job offer from Mount Vernon Junior High School, which was also where he graduated as a teenager. His alma mater's basketball team, the Smelters, is looking for somebody to coach the team, and the headmistress thinks an alumnus of his caliber in basketball would be ideal. Although irritated, Roy realizes he has no other options and accepts the coaching job, figuring this is the way to prove he can control his anger and get back into the spotlight of college basketball. As Roy begins coaching the squad, he gets into an embarrassing situation that he's never been in before and decides enough is enough. He eventually starts teaching the concepts of basketball to his new team, albeit placing paramount emphasis on sportsmanship. And especially with getting a few new members in the group, including the school bully. A girl, that is. See, where was I? Oh, yes. With teaching and learning being done between both Roy and the kids, the Smelters eventually start having success. Unexpectedly, this leads Roy to find out he's been missing his simple love of the game the whole time. Eventually, Roy gains a new appreciation for his old school and figures that while it does not lead to big money endorsements, he can earn a comfortable living from this job. And that's the end of this story for realsies. Alright, what did I think of Rebound? As I told you, that wasn't much, so I just wanted to give you the warning early. Alright, my thoughts on this film was, yeah, it's not too bad. It's pretty underrated and what have you. I mean, think of this as like some of the films I mentioned in the intro, like Bad News Bears and The Mighty Ducks, except involved basketball. However, this would be the second time Fox would even tackle basketball after recently doing that with Like Mike a few years prior. Nevertheless, I found the film to be pretty funny and what have you. Maybe not one of the best and what have you, and not maybe not one of Martin Lawrence's best films, but still, it proved to have a little comedy feel to it. With Teddy Castellucci doing the score for this, it's not too bad. The story was written by William Wolfe, Ed Decter, and John J. Strauss, which was from a screenplay written by John Lucas and Scott Moore. I'm gonna say it's fine and what have you, but I gotta say this is really something. Yeah, the story of an actual, well, college basketball coach who really is in the hot seat when he just loses it and what have you. Yep, but makes a big comeback with his team, a new team, a team from his old alma mater. All right, now then, upon its release, this film bombed at the box office. Unfortunately, it failed to only come in higher than number 7, as it made 17 million worldwide on its $33 million budget. The film ended up being a flop. The film sits at a mere 15% on Rotten Tomatoes, saying the film ought to entertain its target audience, but there's nothing here for those who've seen the Bad News Bears or its countless derivatives. Now, of course, the remake of Bad News Bears was actually released the same year this was. Metacritic has a score of 36, so I can understand that this isn't a great movie by any means, but I feel like this has now become a guilty pleasure and what have you. I mean, as much as I liked Lawrence in other films he did before this, like Blue Streak or Bad Boys and Bad Boys 2 or even Big Mama's House, well, Black Knight was fun and what have you. But I did have a little respect for this film and what have you. It has some pretty big songs and what have you, as you'll hear along the way. So, yeah. Now, for the cast of the film, we have Martin Lawrence playing Coach Roy McCormick. I think he does an exceptionally good job. He also plays his identical twin brother, Preacher Don McCormick. Really something. Now, playing Roy's love interest in the film, Jeannie Ellis, is Wendy Raquel Robinson, who most people might have remembered seeing her on the Steve Harvey show before this, and after this, she would star on The Game. Dex, playing Roy's friend and I think his agent, Tim Fink, is Breckin Meyer after he had recently starred in the Garfield movie a year prior. Not the Garfield movie from last year, a year prior. Just simply Garfield the movie. Whoops, my apologies, everyone. I didn't mean to get them mixed up. Yeah, I'll say he's pretty good and what have you. Now, next up is Horatio Sanz of Saturday Night Live fame playing Mr. Newworth, Roy's assistant. Yeah, I'm gonna say he's pretty good. Orrin Williams plays Jeannie's son, Keith. Yeah, I will say he's pretty good and what have you. Actually, after this he would go on to play star in the TV series Lincoln Heights. He had recently appeared in other films, including The Players Club and Sea of Angels, and he's also appeared in episodes of Sliders, Any Day Now, The Amanda Show. Excuse me, everyone. Sorry about that. ER and even The Shield. Yeah, not bad. Playing Roy's rival, Larry Burgess, is Patrick Warburton, who most people would know his voice acting work from Family Guy and Kim Possible and many others, of course, and also appearing as the titular character of the short-lived live-action series of The Tick on Fox, and also he appeared in Man Black 2 as well, and he's done other films as well. Playing the principal of the school, Mary Walsh, is Megan Mullally, who most people might remember her of TV's Will and Grace fame. Now, playing Keith's friend, who goes by the odd name of One Love, is Eddie Martin. Yes, really something. Yeah, not bad. Let's see. Playing Sledgehammer Big West, a new recruit for the Smelters, is Stephen Christopher Parker. Yeah, I'm gonna say this one's pretty good and what have you. Let's see. Another one of Keith's friends is Ralph, and he's played by Stephen Anthony Lawrence. No relation to Martin Lawrence. Let's see. Logan McElroy plays Fuzzy, another one of Keith's friends. Gus Hoffman plays Goggles, another one of Keith's friends who wears these goggles. And then, as Wes's love interest is the girl addition to the Smelters, Big Mac. Yes, that's her name. Played by Tara Corey. I hope that's how you pronounce it. Unfortunately, she was murdered in a gang shooting 3 months after the film's release. Oh, poor gal. Well, I liked her performance. She wasn't too bad. And there's many others in here. Amy Bruckner, Bo Billingsley, Gary Owen. Yeah, I mean, not Owens. I mean, Gary Owen, who I do know he's a funny stand up comedian. He had recently appeared in Danny Daycare, which was recently directed by Steve Carr. Now, of course, this also had uncredited cameos by the hosts of the Best Damn Sports Show, period, which included Tom Arnold, John Sally, Chris Rose, and Brian Cox. Now, the film's director was Steve Carr, who most people knew his work from directing music videos. Now, of course, he directed Day Daycare before this. He also directed Next Friday and Dr. Dolittle 2. After he directed Rebound, he went on to direct Are We Done Yet, which I have yet to review, although I've reviewed its predecessor, Are We There Yet, and Paul Blart Mall Cop. And he also directed the Disney Channel Freaky Friday film based on the musical. And he has a new Netflix film coming up called A Merry Little Xmas. So, when everything's said, I think Rebound's a pretty underrated film. Well, not a great film by any means, but it still has pretty funny bits. I especially like when the principal is a little baffled by him having Coach Roy be here, and she's like, "Am I getting punked?" Oh boy, that was pretty memorable and what have you. Still, I liked it. I especially liked when Roy uses icy hot on the players and once he's trying to keep their arms up and hands and arms up and oh dear, I'm sorry I'm getting carried away here, but yeah, that was pretty gosh darn hilarious. Anyway, Rebound, maybe not a great film, but funny though. I mean, if you're into flicks like The Bad News Bears or The Mighty Ducks or uh let's see, maybe Little Big League or Little Giants or The Sandlot or even Like Mike, I think you'll really like Rebound. It's a pretty fun film. I'd recommend you give this a one-time watch. So what did you think of Rebound? Let me know in the comments section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Continue to help support my channel, make it grow and make the views grow. Tell all your friends about my channel. Get them to know me. Maybe they'd like to be a part of my Big D Nation and share my vids with your friends if you'd like. And next time I'll be bringing to you a ranking. I've decided I'm going to just do this first before I do my first time watches. I'm going to rank the 10 films I want to see in the second half of 2025. Yeah, that would definitely work. All right, so that's going to do it. Leave a comment for me in one of you. And if you like this, check out my reviews for some of these other films. In the upper left-hand corner is my recent review on a film Steve Carr directed long after this in Paul Blart Mall Cop from 2009. Or if you'd like a little more basketball fun, check out my review of Like Mike in the upper right-hand corner. Or if you'd like a little more Martin Lawrence, check out my review of Big Mama's House from 2000 in the bottom left-hand corner. In the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.